नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यान ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadguru. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 9th adhyay of Rajavidya, Rajaguhya Yoga, and Sri Krishna in last two verses, he gave us some wonderful understanding, he gave us some wonderful teaching that how we can free ourselves from the bondage of karma, from the good and bad effects of the karma that we do, so that our balance sheet is clean. There are no assets, no liabilities. Now, it is not only the negatives, it is not only the demerits they count, even the merits. Even the merits, okay, we may do good work, we add merits to our accounts, but over a period of time, till the time we are not liberated, as we go on into the different planes to seek to enjoy all those celestial pleasures, one after the other, even the merits get ticked off, and as the list of merits comes to zero, again we are sent back into the cycle of birth and death. Now, Sri Krishna in last two verses that we read, he had showed us the way how we can get detached, how we can get out of this bondage of karma, which is leading us into accumulating the goods and bads of the fruits. So Sri Krishna said in the 27th Shloka, he said, whatever you are doing, you do it as an offering to me. You don't consider you are doing anything. You just think that I am doing it. The Lord is doing it. And since the Lord is doing it, you will get into that state of sannyasa yoga. You will get established in that position of renouncing everything for yourself. Sri Krishna says you do everything like yat karoshi yadashnasi yat juhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Tat kurusha, you do that. Doing work, eating, making a sacrifice, giving alms and gifts, and even performing austerities. Do everything, but not with the understanding, not with the spirit of I am doing it. With the spirit of Lord is doing it. You offer everything to me, and doing thus, what will happen? Shubha Shubha Falairevam Mokshase Karma Bandhanehi. You will be freed, mokshase, from what? Karma bandhanehi, from the bondage of karma. And thus, having freed from the bondage of karma, shubha shubha falairevam mokshase. Not only you will be freed from the bondage of karma, but this bondage of karma which is leading you to the good and bad fruits of your actions, you will also be freed from that. These good and bad fruits won't come to your account at all, because then you are not doing anything. It is the Lord who is doing it. And then what happens? Sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimakto mam upashyasi. Mam upaishyasi is you come to me. You come to me in the state of that vimukta, having become totally liberated. Liberated from, totally freed from any of these good or bad fruits of the bondage creating karma. You have got established in the sannyasa yoga. You have renounced everything. The moment you shun the I, you shun everything. You renounce everything. You become a true sannyasi. We become a true sannyasi the moment we get rid of the feeling of I-ness. I am doing this. I am doing the charity. I am giving alms. I am doing tapas. I am doing sadhana. I am doing japa, meditation. I. The moment this I goes off, it is only the Lord who does everything through this body, through this medium. That is what this body, this person is being used by the Lord as a medium to do all those things. I am not doing anything. And this is exactly what Sri Ramakrishna also taught us in through that example, that his prayer to the Divine Mother. Sri Ramakrishna said to the Divine Mother that I am just a house, you are the indweller. I am just a chariot, you are the charioteer who is making this chariot move. I am insignificant. Oh Mother, I am just an instrument and you are the manipulator. I am the puppet in your hand and you are making me dance to your tune. Who am I? I am just insignificant. My doings are all your doings. Not I, but you. And Krishna said, get rid of this I. Offer everything to me, and understanding that I am doing everything. Understanding that Lord is doing everything. Be free from all those bondages of the karma. Be free from all the good and bad fruits that are incurring because of the bondage of karma. Get established in that sannyasa yoga. Get established in that yoga of renunciation. Get rid of I. And under that state of vimukti, you will reach me alone. So that was the 27th and 28th shloka teaching of Sri Krishna. Let us see what he has to tell us in the 29th shloka that we are going to read today. Now, this beautiful teaching of Sri Krishna continues in terms of his equanimity towards all. What Sri Krishna says, samoham sarva-bhūteṣhu na me dveṣhosti na priyaḥ ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayi teṣhu chāpyaham. Sri Krishna says that although people have this tendency of focusing on me and mine and not sacrificing I, but what is my attitude towards all these different types of people? Some will be totally dedicated to the Lord. Some people will be totally dedicated to their ego, their I-ness, their me and my nature. Now, how the Lord looks upon such people? Lord says, Samaha aham sarva-bhūteṣhu. I am same to all beings. Whether you are doing it, whatever I have told you, whether you are killing your I, whether you are doing everything as an offering to me or not, that doesn't matter. For me, all my children are same. I am same to all beings. Sam aham sarva-bhūteṣhu. Na me dveṣhosti na priyaḥ. To me, none is dearmost. To me, none is the one whom I hate. I don't hate anybody. I don't love also anybody for that matter. For me, all are just the same. They're just my children. That's it. They may be good, they may be bad, so what? They are all my children. My attitude of looking towards this creation is oneness. I am same to all beings. To me, there is none. Most I love these children more, or I don't. These children are not dear to me. There is nothing like that. Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya, but Then now Sri Krishna makes a differentiation between them. Sri Krishna says, for me there is absolutely no difference. For me there is no one very dear to me. For me there is no one who is not dear to me. I am same to all. But ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. But tu ye bhajanti mam bhaktya. Those who worship me with all the devotion. Mayi teṣhu chāpyaham. That they are in me. I am also in them. Now what happens? What Krishna is telling here? Those who worship me with great devotion, such children, such devotees, I am in them and they are also in me. This is the realization of the devotees that Sri Krishna is telling. Sri Krishna says, I am there everywhere, but it is not that all the children understand my being in them. To me, all are they are in me. I also know I am in them, but they do not know. Some of them, they do not know I am in them also. So that is the reality that now Sri Krishna is putting forth before Arjuna and before us. I am the same to all beings. To me, there is none hateful, there is none dear. It is not that some people they are most dear to me, or some people I hate most. Nothing like that. But those who worship me with full devotion, with full dedication, with the understanding of no difference between me and them. For such devotees, what happens? Sri Krishna says that mayi teṣhu chāpyaham. I'm in them and they are in me also. That is the only differentiation between the understanding of the beings. The devotees know that Lord is in them. The non-devotees don't realize Lord is in them. For non-devotees who have not shunned the I, who have not killed the ego, who have not killed the unripe ego in the terms of Sri Ramakrishna. The unripe ego which leads to me and mine, which leads to arrogance, which leads to atrocities. That unripe ego, unless and until it is killed, unless and until it is destroyed, there can be no realization that Lord is in me. So Sri Krishna says, but those children, those beings who worship me with full devotion, for those children, I am in them, they are also in me. Now, the sunlight falls equally on all things good and bad. Sunlight, when the morning dawns and sun's rays, they start spreading over the world, to spreading over the universe. The sun's rays don't see whether the thing is holy or unholy. They fall alike on everything. A good place, a bad place, a holy place, an unholy place. For sun rays, there is no differentiation. They fall equally on all the places. They hit all the places with equal force. It doesn't happen that only at the holy places there is a sunshine and unholy places is in dark. No. Sunshine hits everybody. Sunshine hits all the places. Likewise, Sri Krishna says that for me there is no good, there is no for me all are equal. For me all beings are the same. I don't hate anyone. It is not that some people are very dear to me or some people I hate most. Nothing of that sort. But even the places, they react to the sunlight falling on them depending on their place as such. If there is a cover which is hiding the sunshine, those places won't get sunshine. But sunshine does, when sun's rays come on hit the earth, they don't think that I am not going to reach those places because of those obstructions. Because there is a ceiling on top of the room, the sun rays won't come inside the room on that spot. Likewise, with the barrier of the eye, God's rays may not fall on that eye here inside. But sun's rays, do they prevent themselves from entering the room? They are not preventing. They are spreading everywhere equally. All those obstructions and the disturbances which have been created, they bar the entry of sunshine. And similar is the case in case of us. With the barrier, with that ceiling, with that roof which we create, the roof of I, with the barrier of I, me and mine, the ego, the compassionate rays of the Lord, they don't enter our hearts. They are the barriers. So Sri Krishna says here, my love doesn't have any kind of biasness towards good, towards bad. For me, all my children are equal. But those children who worship me with full devotion, they realize the fact that I'm in them and they are also in me. Though all-pervading Lord is in the hearts of all, His presence is patent only in the pure heart of devotee, where there is no barrier, there is no obstruction to obstruct the love of God. And what is that obstruction? The me and mine, the egotism, the I consciousness. That is the obstruction, that is the barrier for reaching the Lord's love to the heart of the people. For devotees, it is very easy. There is no I. I has gone. So Lord's love directly hits the heart. And they realize, oh, here is sitting my beloved mother. Oh, here is sitting my beloved Lord. And they also have a realization, oh my God, I am there in the Lord. I am there in all the beings. All the beings are in the Lord and Lord is in all the beings. That is the level of understanding they get. That is the level of illumination that they get. Enlightenment that they get. As one gives oneself to Lord, one gets purified and God's presence in that one becomes evident. So the moment we take away this barrier, our oneness with Lord is absolutely clear to us, is evident to us. The moment we take this barrier of I. And on this, what Sri Ramakrishna says? Sri Ramakrishna says, God is in all beings, but all beings are not in God. That is what Sri Krishna also said here, that ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi teṣhu chāpyaham. Those who worship me with great devotion, for such I am in them, they are in me. And Sri Ramakrishna says, God is there in all the beings, but all beings are not in God. Only those who have realized His presence, only those who have shunned their I, they are in God. All people are not in God. If all people are in God, if they had that understanding, then there would not have been any chaos in the world. There would not have been any disturbances in the world. There would not have been any ill feelings in this world. So, God is in all beings, but all beings are not in God. And that is the cause of their suffering. Exactly this is what happens. Since people are unable to realize that God is in them, since they are not able to realize they are in God, the suffering starts, the misery starts, the grief starts. So, the teachings of Sri Krishna and teachings of Sri Ramakrishna in this 29th Shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is worship the Lord with full devotion and be the one to realize that I am in the Lord. For such people, the Lord has said, I am in them and they are also in me. For such people, Sri Ramakrishna has said that people who realize the God in them, unfortunately, not all people realize it. That's what the lamentation Sri Ramakrishna laments. God is in all beings. That is the ultimate truth. But all beings don't realize that they are in God. And that's when the suffering starts. So, in order to minimize this suffering, let us take up to this path. Let us try to follow this teaching of Sri Krishna as the ultimate science, as the ultimate secret, and follow the footsteps in understanding the reality that Lord is in us and we are in the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.